Welcome to the BigRiandAce Pick 6 College Football Week 7. All right, let's go, Ace.
Bam. All right, boys, College Football Week 7. Cannot believe it's already Week 7. Holy crap. I remember at the beginning of the pandemic, we could not wait for college football, NFL. Weren't even sure if it was going to happen. It came and we're already in Week 7. But don't worry, boys. There's a lot, boys and girls, there's a lot of season left. Cannot wait. This is going to be a really, really good weekend. I was looking at the lines as usual starting, Monday morning, and holy crap, I was like, gosh, there are so many good lines this weekend, and oh man, this is going to be one of those weekends. There's probably a good maybe 3 to 4 weekends every year where you just clean up like crazy, and this is going to be one of them. This is going to be one of those weekends that bankrolls you probably for at least half the rest of the season. It's going to be a really good weekend. Make sure you get on those parlay tickets so you can cash in big time. And so we do want to discuss the parlay tickets. We're making a few adjustments and changes. As you guys know, we barely started the parlay tickets and kind of got them in quickly, got them started. But what we've been realizing is we're running into some issues with a lot of, the people that are trying to buy, a lot of the viewers that are trying to buy the parlay packages. And a lot of the issues come about is obviously the lines are different, right? Depending on when we send it out, then when you actually place the parlays, then depending on where your bookie is, you're getting juiced. What I've realized is a lot of viewers are getting juiced by their bookie big time, like big time juice, these small sports books, or there's so many. I mean, we have viewers and subscribers that are buying the packages all over the world, literally. I mean, all over the world, literally. So a lot of people are getting juiced on the lines. We got multiple people saying like, oh, I'm only able to do 3 or 4 teams at most, nothing more than that. So that's throwing off a lot of the packages because we're putting a lot of bigger parlays in there. Multiple people also have said, oh, we're not allowed to put same game lines in the parlay. For example, like I can't put Dallas and Dallas under. I can only put one of them. And so that's one of the issues. And then we're starting to realize that we're getting a lot of referrals. People are finding us, and then people are like just novelists, have no idea what's going on about sports betting, parlays, or just trying to get in, asking all these questions, don't understand what they're really getting into. And then I think, another thing was, it's just like, we put a guaranteed return and we'll get you at least 20% return, or we refund the funds, and people don't understand what the guaranteed returns is, where people are like thinking we're just giving them guaranteed 5-team parlays and they're going to win 25x on their money, and they just don't understand what guaranteed is. And so look, unfortunately, because of all the different issues, and it's hard for us to control all of this. And then not only that, some people, are purchasing the parlay package, and then right before game time, they're like, oh, well, I'm not able to put the bets in, so I want a refund. And, they just took all the parlays that we gave them and stuff. So look, unfortunately, we just started, but we're going to have to remove the guarantee and remove the refund. So what's going to happen is that's it. If you want to buy the parlay package, you buy the parlay package, you get 8 to 12 parlay tickets that we place ourselves, and that's it. You got to trust us that we know what we're doing. You buy the picks and you take your chances. There's going to be no refund. You watch our show. We've been going on for 4 years. People know us. We have a lot of subscribers for a reason, and we can get really hot. Sometimes we can get cold, but that's how it goes, boys. And people need to understand with parlays, I explained it last time, but clearly people don't understand. Parlays are high risk, high reward. That's just how it is. It's not easy to hit parlays, but if you hit, you're going to hit big. And these parlay ticket packages are for people that want to come up big. You want to hit big. If you want to just put $100 or $500 and go put minus 500 money line and win like $125 on your 500, go do that. Or you want to be comfortable with just taking one bet and then putting it all on the line and you win or lose, that's fine. Go ahead and do that. That parlay packages are not for you. Our parlay packages are set up that either you're going to win really big, or you're going to get close to even, up a little bit, down a little bit, and then you move on. But if you're trying to win big, that's who's buying the parlay packages. So bottom line is, there is no more refund, no more guarantee. You buy the package, you see the results, you come up, and if you're not happy, then you don't buy it the next week. That's how it is. You buy it a couple weeks, you're not happy, don't buy it. But when you start cashing in, you're going to be buying it. This is going to be a juicy weekend, really juicy. The lines are nuts. So make sure you get in. You're going to regret if you don't get in this Saturday for college football. All right, without further ado, Big Ree, here we go, boys and girls. Start you guys off. Game one, we got Louisville at Notre Dame. Notre Dame is a 17.5-point favorite. Louisville 1-3 on a 3-game losing streak, coming off a 46-27 loss to Georgia Tech. Back-to-back road games here for Louisville. You know, I really like the running back Hawkins. That guy is a stud, just a stud. He's gonna be playing on Sundays. And look, their quarterback Cunningham is solid. Look, they give up a lot of points off turnovers. They've been turning over the ball like crazy. And then we got Notre Dame 3-0, coming off a 42-26 win versus Florida State. Quarterback Ian Book just playing average, guys, playing average. And they gave up 400 yards to a really bad Florida State team. I've been saying this all the time. I say it every year. Notre Dame is overrated. There's no way in hell they're covering the 17.5. Do not get fooled. This is even a slight upset alert. A slight upset alert at 17.5 if Louisville can control the turnovers. If they can control the turnovers, they can put up points. So it's a slight upset alert if you guys have the cojones to want to take a chance on them. But look, I think this is an easy one. I'm taking Louisville plus 17.5. Game two, we got Mississippi at Arkansas. Mississippi is a 2.5-point favorite. Mississippi 1-2, coming off a shootout loss to Alabama, 63-48. This was a close game, even though they lost by 15. It was a 4-point game with about 7 minutes left. They put up 647 yards. 647 yards on an Alabama defense. Quarterback Corral playing lights out, contending for the Heisman. 76% completion, 9 TDs, only 1 interception. And they played Kentucky, Florida, and Alabama. So they played some schools, and they're just lighting it up. Then we got Arkansas 1-2, coming off a 30-28 loss to Auburn at the end. Auburn snuck it out. And look, they got blown out by Georgia. And then they had close games where they won against Mississippi State and they lost to Auburn. Both of those teams are overrated. QB Felipe Franks, the Florida transfer, is playing solid for the Razorbacks, but he's not going to be able to keep up with Mississippi and Corral. And look, this is another easy one, boys. Do not get fooled here. Do not. I have 2 locks of the week. I mean, this is going to be a juicy weekend. Seriously, this is a juicy weekend. Take Mississippi minus 2.5 lock of the week. Game 3, we got Georgia at Alabama. Alabama is a 6-point favorite here. Georgia 3-0, coming off a 44-21 win versus Tennessee. They took charge of the game in the second half towards the end of the third, and they won 44-21. Unimpressed though, because Tennessee was playing really well. That was one of my picks last week, and they were up at halftime. They should have covered and whatever, And look, but then Georgia, look, they struggled versus Arkansas. I called that game at the beginning. I told you guys they were going to struggle. They were down at halftime to Arkansas. And look, then they beat Tennessee. They beat, Auburn. But both of those teams, I think, are overrated. And then we got Alabama 3-0 coming off, as I said, a 63-48 win versus Ole Miss. Offense was lights out. Their defense obviously struggled. You're giving up 647 yards. They had 2 road games so far to SEC teams. Quarterback Mac Jones playing good. That guy's lighting it up. Running back Najee Harris is playing well, 6.7 yards per carry, 10 TDs in 3 games, Big Ree. So he's playing lights out. This game, this line is a joke. -6, this should be a 13, 14-point line, guys. But Georgia's undefeated. They have the name. That's why it's only 6. This is exactly the game like last week when Clemson was only a 14-point favorite versus Miami. This is exactly the same thing. Miami's overrated and they got blown out. Georgia's overrated. They're going to get spanked here. Do not get fooled. This is another lock of the week. Take Alabama -6. All right, Big Ree, let's go.
The first game I got is LSU at Florida. Taking the over here. We got, it's a very high one with the SEC teams. LSU obviously disappointing after their championship win. LSU averaging 27 points, giving up an average of 32 points. Florida is averaging 42, giving up an average of 33 points. This should be a shootout. The over is at 72, really high for SEC schools, so I'm taking the over. The second game I got is a Friday night one, SMU at Tulane. Tulane is averaging 37 points, giving up an average of 31. SMU is averaging 44, giving up an average of 24. I'm taking over 65. That's my lock of the week. Last game I got is the most obvious one everyone's probably going to take, UCF at Memphis. Memphis is averaging 32 points, giving up an average of 27 points. UCF is averaging 42, giving up an average of 25 points. This over is expected super high, but I'm taking it over 75. Make sure to like, subscribe, comment, follow us on Instagram. Link is in the description.
And all the info for Parlay tickets in the description, boys. Let's go.